I'm back. I am going to be working on a layout for the More Than Words April challenge, which is, well, more or less this sketch. The challenge is sketch and perfect, and this is my, I don't know, cheat sheet. I take sketches that for challenges, and then I resketch them. I really make them very basic. I make them basic to work off of. It works very well when there are sketches or just full lifts, because then I don't get distracted by any designs. But before I got too carried away with chopping it up, I wanted to go over the papers that I'll be using, which is the Secret Place from MTW. I already started cutting out a couple of the balloons from the cut apart sheet, and I'm just going to go through and probably cut all of these out, or at least most of them, until I have a good amount to work with before I start trying to put everything together. I just want to have my pieces that I'm looking at using ready to go. I have my sheet picked out that I'm going to use as my base sheet. I only have a few flowers that I didn't cut out yet, but I have most of those pieces cut apart. But first I want to put some clear gesso on my background so that I will have something to work with, or to work on with my mediums that I'm planning on putting on here. And I'm just going to use a old Costco card to spread my gesso on. And I won't cut this off. I use this to hang on to when I do my gesso. And then I'll cut it off after the gesso is dry. My next step is going to be doing some stenciling with my I don't know if it had ornate lace. There it is, ornate lace stencil. But to kind of go and make the large rectangular background, I'm just going to roughly tape off with some washi tape so I can peel it up easier my area off, like so. Kind of eyeballing it just to see about how I'm going to be doing it. Put my picture in there for reference. There we go. I have my area marked off, and I'm just going to use regular texture paste. I'm going to get this kind of laid down. I'm going to kind of try to center this in here, like so. It's really a whole bunch of just eyeballing what I'm doing. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. And I'm just going to use some light and fluffy modeling paste right here. And then on top of that, after I get the tape off, I'm going to add some of the Kitsch Flamingo embossing glaze. That's the Tim Holtz color that just came out in February. I believe it was in the beginning of February. And so after I get this tape up, I'm going to sprinkle that on and then let the texture paste dry before doing anything else. You don't want to heat it up while it's wet, or your texture paste will bubble. So it's best to let it dry and grab a hold of the embossing powder or glaze, and then come back and shake off the extra, and then melt that. So you can see, doing that gave me some nice clean lines here for that background rectangle. Pulling gently. Even if it's washi tape, I've had it pull paper apart on me, but I got lucky this time. And then sprinkle this on. And you can see it just held on there to that texture paste, and now I'm going to let the texture paste dry before I come and melt this embossing glaze down. I am back. I am ready to continue on with my layout here. I haven't decided if I want to add decorative stitching or not. For sure, not quite sure yet there. Maybe not. I have my picture kind of lined up here, and I'm kind of gonna start sticking in some of these embellishments. I'm gonna grab up some flower packs. I have some beautiful board from Renee Bouquet's little daisies. And then I'm just going to start kind of fiddling around with everything here and kind of get an idea of where things are going to be heading. I've been thinking, and I'm gonna cover this up over here. It's easier than trying to move all those back and forth, because I think I'm gonna be adding just some splatters of the Kitsch Flamingo Distress Oxide and some Shabby Shutters Distress Oxide kind of here. Not a lot. Just enough, I guess, to add it, or to add a little bit more to the background here. I also am pretty sure I will be stitching around my embossed rectangle with some metallic gold thread. But my sewing machine's way over there, so I'll show you what it looks like when I get done. But I want to do this first, and then dry it, and then go and do that stitching. And see, I have pulled out quite a few of my various pinks and golds that I have, and one white that I have that I'm going to use on the title. I just haven't quite decided which ones I like best. So I'll come back and work on that as well after that stitching. And then when I'm happy with what I've chosen, then I'm going to just start gluing things down. Well, I'm going to put a back chipboard behind the picture, just because it's going to be sitting up. You'll see. First things first, though, and that's just going to be my Distress Oxides, drying them, and getting some stitching on around here. Here you can see that gold stitching around my embossed texture paste there. And now I am going to find a piece of chipboard or cardboard or something like that to use as a backing for my photo. Give it some support for when it's on there. There, that's nice and thick right there. I'll use that. I'm just going to put, it's not the exact size, but it is enough that it will hold that picture in place nicely and support it on top of all of the embellishments and flowers and what have you. And there's that. Now, to kind of start trying to work things in, trying to decide which, like, I think out of this package, I'm just going to be pulling out the gold leaves out of here. And I'm going to be trying to decide which sticker or which font I want from my various sticker packs. And I'm just going to start putting everything together now. And piling it up, getting it ready to go. And seeing what I can make out of everything.